Remember that whenever someone tells you you can't do something or that it's too difficult, it's their limit, not yours.
Get it up. Don't mind. We just have this little shitty monitor because we're in the shop, but as you can see, properly built PC. Ryzen 9. We're using a 4090 Ti, and yeah, here we are. So I had an issue where I had a standalone, but I didn't want to pay $1,500 for a screen. So I decided that I know, coming from a software developer background, I know you could use development boards and other stuff to display things on the screen. When I get home, I'll start it up for you guys. I don't have a battery on it, but I was like, maybe I could come up with an idea where I could have a CAN bus thing that displays whatever is going on with my standalone ECU or a regular ODB too. And so I've been in development with a few friends. Shout out to Tim, he helped me design the case and all that stuff. We do have some 3D stuff in store for you guys. That's why I was like, it's not just about what would you call it, just a clothing brand or a merch brand, because it's mainly about automotive stuff. That's why I was like, people who work on their own cars and things like that, DIY. So with that being said, this is the case. This is a 5-inch that we have in development right now. Nothing is final. I want to add more things to it, but just to hold the screen, the board, and the other stuff here, you can see it in development. I won't hide anything because it's out there. The information is out there. It's open source. I won't tell you guys what I'm using, but you'll see when it's due time to display everything to the CAN bus stuff. And this is a 3-inch display with a smaller board, development board that goes inside the Audi TT. So if I wanted to use ODB2 or ODB2, or if we're using a standalone, because speaking of standalone, the reason if you're wondering why we're doing all this crazy stuff, we have the VR swap coming up. In this TT, we finally sourced, well, it took us almost 8 months to get the gearbox for this car because there's no there's a lot of front wheel drive swaps with 12 valve in there, but there's not a lot of all wheel drive in the States. I don't think they made any that come to the States, just the 3.2 that's outside. That car has a DSG inside of it. So with that being said, we sourced the 3.2, I think it's an O2J box, if I'm not mistaken, don't kill me, the DRP box or all-wheel drive. The transfer case is a little different from a 1.8. I'm sad I didn't have another 1.8 in here, but if you look here, everything looks the same, the transfer case, the housing, and all that stuff, but this is, you can see it's a little different. Hold on, there should be a transfer case somewhere. Here it is. So you can see on the 1.8 transfer case, it's a little bit different than this one for the VR. So this fits on a 2.8 or a 3.2. It came out of a 3.2 Mark II TT. So that's the swap for this one. Nice little style. We rebuilt the motor. My friend Deshante and KJ helped me time the motor and put everything back together. Shout out to the Volkswagen boys. Got a clutch in. This thing's just stage 2, clutch max, nothing too crazy. Nice little street car with on boost. And then differently from that, we've been my friend wanted to wide body this car. He has some crazy ideas, so I've been using the Einstar product. I don't have the Shining 3D with me right now, but we've been using the Einstar to scan the fenders and stuff like that, the engine bay, things, like I said, things that I want to develop and push the platform for this car, because a lot of people in here in the States don't really fuck with this car, but like I said, Volkswagen, Audi, that's where we come from, so we love our Beamers too. Like, you'll see a lot of 36 stuff on this channel, but this is the heart and root of where it all began. So with that being said, we scanned all this stuff, STL files. I'm gonna show you guys when I design the body kit for it as well. Yeah, but that's about it. Just if you're wondering what these dots are, and this dash right here, let me pull the 3-inch out. There you go. But if you wonder why it's not making no sense, I don't care if this vlog is long and boring. I'm just gonna express myself this year and just get content out there. There we go. Should sit right in there. Nothing's final, but that's how it looks right now on the screen. So this should be able to display any information that's connected to the ECU. I think it has like 14 inputs or stuff like that. If it's not a standalone, but if it's a standalone, we could write codes for it to connect via CAN bus to display whatever we want it to display. So I have display videos on Instagram. If you guys follow our TikTok, you'll see when I started building this stuff. But yeah, differently from that, man, that's where we're at right now. This car actually, there's nothing wrong with this motor. It's just I want to go VR. Hold on. There she is. 1 point great. I love these motors, man. This is heart and soul. This is my Honda. A lot of people like Hondas, B series, K series. Well, for Volkswagen Audi people, this is our K series. VRs are different animals, but yeah, this is our K series. Big turbo car. Reason for taking this motor out, we didn't really build this motor. We came with rods in it and we put it together. So it wasn't really us that put this together through and through 100%. So we're not gonna push it no more, and we don't know what's inside of it. So I'm gonna drop this, get this interesting 3.2 swap in here. As soon as we get, you know, a little warmer, there's some heaters, but as soon as it get a little warmer, we get some work done. That's it for here. There you go. Grab a sticker, grab an air freshener, whatever you need, man. We have it. Feel free to hop on our website. But that's it for here in the shop. I'm gonna leave the shop now and go grab some pictures, content real quick, and maybe discuss a little more things about Eurodrive. With that being said, let me run to the shop.
This is where you gotta push past your limits. If you don't, then your path ends here.